I've seen people talk about how your phone reads your mind. And I've had that kind of experience too with little things like I'll be thinking of something or talking about something and I'll be listening to another source like a radio somewhere and something will come on the phone that has to do with what I was just experiencing in my environment. But this one is fucking crazy. After I had my mental breakdown and made a gorilla nest out of the apartment, I was picking through things and just like trying to put everything back together. And excuse me, I think I'm having a fucking stroke from this coffee. Sorry. Putting everything back, and I found this speaker, like an Occultist kind of speaker, and I don't know if it worked anymore. I'm looking at it. It just looked too ratty, like the tread looked like it was all ratted up. It's pretty old, so I'm like, I don't think this fucking thing works anymore. So I'm looking at it at an angle. I'm holding it up, looking at the Occultist, thinking this almost looks like a tire track from like a snowmobile or something. You know, those long kind of tires. And that was it. I put it away. Went about my business, went about my day. So today, a little while after I got up, flipping through my phone, and I get an advertisement for track tires. Not only is it for what I was thinking of, but it shows me a photo of them at the exact angle that I was looking at the speaker at. The same fucking thing. It was showing me what was in my eyesight the prior day. So it's like, it's almost like they took a picture of what I was looking at, searched the internet for it, and found something that, an image that looked exactly like the one that was on my mind. I wasn't taking a picture of the speaker, I was just holding it in real time, holding it up to like my eye sideways and going, wow, this looks like a tire from like the attacks track or something, or a ski mobile, or track tire. And then there it was. They showed me a photo of it as part of a commercial. What the fuck is that? I mean, I know everything's frequency, we're frequency. These devices are able to read the stuff. But it wasn't like it didn't shock me or anything, because I'm way past beyond that. I just thought it was really weird. That was probably the most specific kind of mind-reading thing I've seen. That's why you can't jump all the way for people like that, because they pretend like they're coming into the curb cut. They pretend they're driving in. So you do a little pee-pee dance, like, oh, get out of the way, and then they're not coming in. And they get off on seeing you, like, kind of dance and jump out of the way. So I never do that. You want to hit me, hit me. We'll elevate the problem up the chain of command after that. Here's another one of those things that I've been talking about for years that start to see people kind of wake up to. This whole thing about skin cancer and stuff, and how it's bad for you to be out in the sun too long and all this stuff. I always thought people for ages beforehand weren't around skin cancer. Like, when did the sun become so deadly? And it didn't, take much thought to put together that maybe it's the fucking slop chemicals that are made at a plant in New Jersey that are squeezed into a bottle that are giving you the cancer. The thing is, right, the way they do it, and this is very Batman 89. And I talked about this before, it's all settled science, but we'll go over it again. A lot of chemical compounds, when they get heated up, when they get hot, they can completely change into something else. For all intents and purposes, their effects become something else. So in the ingredients list, it may have a list of things that are benign and harmless to you, you know, whatever, glycerin or something jelly number 7, like all this kind of stuff that is not like dangerous to you to put on your skin as it is. But when heat hits it, it changes its structure, its chemical structure, and becomes something else that can be dangerous to you. That's at least what I've kind of theorized is going on. And a couple of years after the last time I was yelling about it here, I'm starting to see stuff like this. This one is by the lovely Lily Gaddis, who's hilarious, and this channel you should definitely check out. It's funny. She's you know, part of the new crew of We're Gonna Say What We Want people. She's good, you know, definitely worth checking out. But yeah, it's just another one of those things where it's like, I common sense that a long time ago. And you know, I've always thought of myself as a, you know, C average student, maybe slightly above average intelligence. But as time goes on, I feel like I should join Mensa, because like how did I know that? Like how do I know all this stuff? You know, the only thing I could think of is, you know, God just allowing you to see things. Plus there's a veil. Hey, look what's going on here. No, with Billy Idol here, you're going. Billy Idol with the fucking fork in the socket going. There's always like weird Illuminati shit, and I mean, look at the name of the place. Hermes, so I can't see it, but yeah, it's called Hermes. And this is where I first encountered the angel, right here. He was on this side, I was on that side. I'm not going to get into that story again. I have videos on it. But yeah, that's the first time I talked to him anyway. The very first time I saw him, I blew him off. He was in a crowded mall back there. He always comes in the same spot. He always appears in the same area, right there, which is kind of funny because, you know, Hermes, weird. But yeah, I don't know. I think you're the more you see, the more you see more. See more. See more, see more. Illuminati confirmed. Yeah, the veil too, I mean, you know, is thinning out. It's coming down. The scales are being removed from our eyes, like in the Bible, and we're seeing more things. We're looking at things that we would look at before and not see anything, and looking at the same thing now and seeing something different. That's what it must be. But a lot of other people are thinking the same things too. Like, I watch some people sometimes and they say shit that I say verbatim, and they don't know me. You know, they never watched me. They don't know who I am. So we're all like ascending at the same time, which is good. You know, the hope is that eventually, if enough of us reach critical mass, we're all ascending consistently on the same frequency and vibration. We're just gonna ascend right out of this shithole. As a white man, I'm very good at stores, doctor's offices, any retail or service situation. You know, I stand in line quietly. I have everything ready for when I get to the counter, and I execute it as perfectly as possible and as quickly as possible, and as friendly as possible. Try to make it a pleasant interaction. Now, the reason I'm so good at it is because we built them. We created these societies. We created these civilizations. We created this stuff. So I'm good at it, you know, because intuitively I know how to work these kind of situations as a guy whose people set this kind of thing all up. Everybody else, though, and I even have to fucking go in on the Asians about this too, because they're just as bad as everyone else. Everybody else, it's like watching kids play store. You know what I mean? Like they get up to the counter and it's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but if I'm buying something, right, it's in my hand, I have the money to pay for it, and I'm just waiting. Or if I'm picking up a prescription like today, I know what my name is and my birthday and shit, and I'm ready to go. Everybody else gets up there and it's like they're opening an account with the electric company. Like mail is coming out, forms are being flattened on the fucking counter. The woman behind the counter helping them is making phone calls. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And there's no, like, no one's in a hurry because there's no awareness of other people. Like there's no thought to fellow man or the you know, anybody else around you. It's almost like they don't exist while you're doing your thing, and it certainly is like that way, because I think that's, you know, that's the brain thing again. You know, we all have very different brains. We're all very different people. You know, some of us have developed a certain way for certain things, and some of us, you know, have developed for something else. You know, so it's like, we got to cross the street over here. But yeah, so I'm there and just waiting, and the line's getting longer and longer and longer and longer, and I'm just like, I know when I get up there it's gonna be pretty quick, and it's pretty quick. But the waiting here is insane, because they get into something and they're having conversations. Like they'll see like they'll see a coupon on the bottom of something, and then a conversation will open up about, well, what is this good for exactly? Like with no thought to the line. And this line I was in was getting real long. I mean, it was long. I ran into one of my friends, another occulty type individual who knows all this kind of stuff. So we had a quick conversation. Basically, anything weird going on, anything, you know, there's always weird stuff going on, but usually we exchange information about any new things we may have been have seen or been involved in or been wrapped up in. And now everything seems fairly normal, or as normal as it can be during this time. I'm not getting nearly as much weird stuff as I see other people online getting. Look on these YouTube, they do these TikTok compilations of guys or girls or whatever making all these TikToks of these really weird things, weird sightings of strange beings, unidentified objects, which people still think are aliens. It's like, oh God, you know, it's tough. What can you do? You know, you just have to. The thing is, like, I see people sometimes get in conversations with people, and I see this with the social thing, with race stuff. People try to, you know, talk to black people about stuff, and on Twitter or something, they try to have a, not even a debate, but like a conversation. It's like, why are you bothering? Yeah, there's no sense in that. Or trying to explain to someone that there is no fucking space aliens, because that would, you know, you'd need to have space and aliens, and neither of those things are real. So it's just don't engage. Like, save your fucking energy, save your strength for those that already understand, or that are closer to understanding the things you do, because it just sucks your energy. It sucks the life out of you, you know.
Welcome aboard, Route E.
There's a bus stop here now, huh? Never noticed it. Maybe there always was a bus stop here, I just don't ever take it. Most of the busing I do is over on Cojito. So yeah, we're gonna. I got a bunch of stuff in my arms, and of course, I bought some cans of drink. It's a Monster, fucking Irish cream. It's fucking amazing. Made by the greatest people, my people, the Irish. I don't think they've actually made. I don't know. Maybe there was some involved in making this. But it's really good. And it's the only place that has it, so I usually try to grab a couple. The problem is most days they run out of the real bags, so all they have is paper bags. Now something like this, it's condensed, you know, so how long do you think this paper bag's gonna last? Not very long. I did a lot of wrapping and shit, so hopefully I can make it home with it. But yeah, until then, thanks for popping in, visiting, and if anything interesting comes up here with the remainder of the day, I'll always fire up the camera here and try to get what I can. Until then, don't blame the teacher or blame the school.